speaking of normal.
Okay, styling. Now this is important because the last Type R was controversial, and the controversial things have been removed. First of all, there's no fake vents. This is real. That's real to release pressure from under the hood. All this is functional aero. It's a very clean design, but it is very different to the base Civic. Every single panel in this car is different to the base Civic except for this door, and therefore the other door, obviously. But I actually really like it, you know? My only issue with it is that, as I said earlier, it just looks like an Accord to me. It's just like a sedan with a wing stuck on it. Like this right here, for me, just looks like something you'd buy at Part Source and you'd stick on the back of your base Civic. It is functional, obviously, along with all the other stuff. It is longer, lower, and wider than the normal Civic. And overall, I think it's a very handsome looking vehicle. And it's in Max Verstappen white. Let's look at the interior. Okay. Ooh, a nice song. So, all the things that I loved about the old Type R are still present in here, namely the seats. I don't know why or how, but Honda just figured out how to make the perfect sport bucket. They're comfortable, they're supportive, they hold you in, and all they did with this was improve them. In fact, they know how good they are because there's a whole slide in the presentation about the seats and how they tweaked them to make sure they still had that support and comfort, but were still obviously Type R seats, and they're red along with the carpets. Now this one doesn't have the package that upgrades the shifter to Alcantara, the steering wheel to Alcantara, and the wheels outside to the special forged wheels. This is just a normal leather steering wheel. The Alcantara is pretty cool, I will say that, but this is probably a little bit more usable. Otherwise, this is very much just a normal Civic in here, with the exception of the fact that it says Type R on that little badge right here, and when you put it in Plus R mode, it gives you a really cool gauge cluster, and there's shift lights. Although those shift lights, we in Canada get on the Civic Si, which is pretty neat. Driving position is good. Lots of headroom in the front and the back, actually, and knee room when I'm sitting in my own driving position. Honestly, this is just a really solid cabin. I don't really have any serious critiques about it, right? There's a volume knob, there's knobs for the climate control. It's just a Civic with red carpets and red seats. That's all it had to be. I like it.
I like it because it managed to just continue being a Type R, a car that I already really like.